Hi, and welcome to East Coast Salon Services Virtual Education. My name is Marisa, and I'm a full-time educator with East Coast Salon Services, here today to share with you Boho wave on a classic bob. I'm really excited to share this wrap and this technique with you to show you, yes, a new way of doing a permanent wave that is achievable with 8 sections, 8 bendy rods, and a braid. And it's fun and it's easy, and it's going to give you the opportunity to offer to your guests a new service, which in turn gives you new type of revenue. So we know our guests like all these new type of beachy, boho kind of waves to the hair, and how do we achieve that for them that's more permanent? Something that they can get up and wash and wear, or if they choose, they can put a tool on their hair, a hot tool, whether it be a flat iron or a rod on their hair, a hot rod on their hair, and create a different texture that has longer lasting effects for them. So my first Erica of the day will be the end result that you're going to see, so you can see what she looks like. And this beautiful boho, very fun, very easy, that is air dried with 2 of our Redken curvaceous products in there, and takes no time at all to achieve. Like I said, I left her in a air dried state so you can see how beautiful that texture is. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for this perm to relax, nor do you have to wash it 100 times to make it achievable for you. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is share with you a little different than what I've done in the past. I want to make this quick and fast and easy for you to do, but what I'm going to do at the end of the video is share with you my East Coast email address so that you can reach out to me, ask me questions, tell me what the best way to reach out to you is, and maybe even have a Zoom class, a live Zoom class for yourself or maybe for your staff members, so that we can break this down. You can have mannequins and we can wrap it together, something more fun and easy. And also, all the products that I'm talking about today are available for you at East Coast Salon Services, and I will share that 800 number with you as well. So keep that in mind as I move through this process today. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And also with my email, you can share with me anything that you're looking to learn. So anything that you like and that maybe you want to modify or change, or something about Redken hair color or Redken perming, please reach out to me. I would love to be in contact with you. So the first part of perming is cleansing the hair. And I have a very strong ritual that I like to do, and that starts off with the Redken Clean Maniac Pre-Art. So maybe some of you are familiar with it, but this is what the packaging. This is an in-salon only demineralizer. So unlike shampoo, it doesn't lather up. It helps equalize the surface properties of the hair and strengthen the cuticle. So you want to wet your hair for the client down and then massage this into their hair. It doesn't lather, but you're going to let it process for 5 to 10 minutes. And you have 2 options for that. You put a plastic cap and it can be at room temperature for 5 to 10 minutes, or you can use a heated dryer, and it's got to be warm, not hot. Warm, because you're gonna be doing a chemical service on them, and you put a plastic cap and they sit under the dryer for 5 to 10 minutes. My personal preference is 10 minutes under the dryer. By utilizing the heat, I'm opening up that cuticle, and anything that's built up in that hair, whether it be hard water, styling products, medication, it's gonna rise to the surface, and the heat just assists it to get there quicker for it. Once that 10 minutes is up, I bring my guests to the sink, and I don't wet them down, I don't rinse it out yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer hair cleansing cream on top of that. But hair cleansing cream was away from a retail size, but now it's back in a retail size, and it's called Detox. Detox hair cleansing cream. Same great fabulous product with a new facelift. All of us need a facelift once in a while, and this will be the Detox hair cleansing cream. So when I bring my guests back to the chair, I'm going to put the Detox hair cleansing cream immediately on top of the pre-art. And what this does is all that surface debris that's in the hair that got risen to the surface, now hair cleansing cream acts like a magnet, and it expedites it right out of the hair. The most easy, the most efficient way of getting all that buildup out of the hair. At this point, you could start your perming process. I personally like to get the hair in the best possible condition that I can, so I do 1 treatment previous to starting my perming and my wrapping, and that will be the Redken Cat. Redken Cat, this has been around for a very long time, still one of my go-to, still one of my favorites. And CAT stands for Cysteic acid treatment. In the hair, we have cysteine. And when cysteine bonds break, they become, and they don't reconnect, they become cysteic acid. And how does that read in the hair? That could read like elasticity, poor elasticity, or the hair could even feel a little mushy or gummy, if you will. And so by adding cat, it goes in there and acts like a Band-Aid, trying to connect those two cysteine bonds that are broken, that's cysteic acid, so that we have a better condition of hair. So once my guest is washed out with the hair cleansing cream, I blot the hair really well. I squirt 10 to 15 pumps of the cat on the hair. I massage it in, it foams up, it doesn't lather up, and I let it sit on the hair for 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes. I rinse it out really well, and I bring my guests back to my chair. At this point, I have Erica number 2, who's already been pre-sectioned for us. Like I said, she's done in 8 sections, and I separate her, I section her from left to right first. So you'll notice I do a zigzag parting. I choose to do a zigzag parting so when the perming is all done, it has an easier blend. You can certainly do a regular sectioning. So sectioning left to right, from the front of her head all the way to her knee. The next section that I do is sectioning from front to back, and that would be ear to ear. Noticing the zigzag parting, and it's from ear to ear. Once I have my classic 4-quadrant sectioning done, I take each of the quadrants and I like to section them in half, and I also do a zigzag parting here. Your eye will dictate to you. You want to just try to make those 2 sections, the density of the hair, as equal as possible. So you have 4 in the front, 4 in the back, totaling our 8 sections. Like I said, very simple and easy on that one. So we have Erica number 3. She's already been pre-sectioned as well. I have 6 of the 8 sections already pre-braided for you so that I can show you what type of braid I'm doing, a 3-strand braid, and 1 wrap without a braid in it, so that you can still do this without the braiding if you choose to do it, and still create texture in the hair. So Erica out, I'm going to move myself out so that you can see exactly what I'm doing while I'm wrapping it. Fun and easy and quick. Fun, easy, and quick. Those are all the key words for me to do the buy-in on anything. So here she is, Miss Erica. Say hi to your fans out there, Miss Erica. Let's see, there we go. That's a good section for you. And the very first section, I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to re-braid it for you so that you can see it. And it's just a very simple 3-strand braid. Doesn't have to be tight, very easy. If you're a braider, this is like piece of cake. If you don't like to braid, you can definitely reach out to me. You can grab a mannequin. I will grab a mannequin, and we will braid together, and I will show you exactly. So I put that end paper on the end, and I'm leaving a little bit of the tail of the end paper out. The bendy rod is more than long enough to accommodate the length of the hair. So I'm going to start a couple of inches up. Now this very front section on both sides, I'm going to wrap away from the face. Personal choice. You can do whatever you choose to do. And what's really key in the wrapping is that I don't want to wrap it on top. I don't wrap that hair on top of one another. I want to move up the strand of hair so that when I go to put the perm solution on there, that it'll stay exactly where I want it. So I'll show you that again. One more time. Taking that end paper and then just wrapping up the strand of the hair. I wrap that away from the face, and I'm going to turn those rods down. I'm going to take my next section, which is already pre-wrapped for you. Take my end paper on the ends. I'm going to move the end paper a little bit past the end of the hair. Kind of my little security blanket there. Let's show you that way. Then I'm going to get my rod, couple of inches above it, and this one I'm just going to wrap down and then move up the rod and then lock that in there. I'm going to turn Miss Erica around. Now we're in the front again. And she's already pre-braided for us. Oh, don't go flying away there, Miss Erica. Let's come back here. Already pre-braided. I'm going to take my end paper, put it on the end, fold it over, saturate those ends. And again, this one I'm going to wrap away from the face, a couple inches above, Get that end paper in there. And fold that. Now to the back of the head. For the back of the head, if you've decided to pre-section the way that I've done in here to make this easy for you, but this also makes it faster for you, I'm gonna clip this top strand out of my way. I'm gonna work on the bottom, which is pre-braided. End paper that. Come past the end of that a little bit. Resaturate that. Just wrap it going down, up the strand of the rod, and bend it into place so it stays. Knock out that top one. Just gonna fix those ends a little bit right there. Finish braiding them. Very fun, very easy. Not what we think of when we think of perming. Start at the end, a couple inches up. Lock that in there, and then just move up the hair strand. Look, only 2 more to go. These bendy rods are so much fun and so easy to work with. This could also be an option for your guests if you want to retail these bendy rods to set their hair, if they don't want to feel like air drying and have a little bit more. You always want to think for your guests, what's another way? How can I share with them an easier way to do their hair at home? You know, a good fellow artist of mine, Sam Vita, what's the value? What's the value that you want to share with your guests? Sharing this information is really key with them. Here's the last one. Again, you'll notice that when I'm doing the braids, I'm just using one end paper, sliding that down a little bit. Okay. Gonna move that rod out of the way a little bit and lock it up. And voila, I have 8 rods. Very fun, very easy to do, and it's going to achieve a really great end result. So once my wrap is all done, I'm ready to put the perm solution on the hair. So I'm going to wrap her up with cotton. I'm going to get started with her, and the perm that I'm going to choose to use on Miss Erica will be the Redken Vector Plus. Redken Vector Plus. And this is good on all hair types, natural hair, color treated hair, and highlighted hair up to 50%. Timing varies based on the texture of your hair from 5 to 30 minutes. I treated Erica as a color treated guest because we know that all of our mannequins are pre-treated. They're colored, they've gone through other type of chemical services, so I'm gonna treat her as a chemically treated client. I let her process for 15 minutes at room temperature with a plastic bag on. Once that 15 minutes was up, I rinsed her for 5 minutes with warm water. Once I was done rinsing her, I towel blotted her 2 times, and then I let her air dry for 5 minutes. By allowing her to air dry, all the surface, if there was any other moisture left in the hair, it rose to the surface. And then I paper towel blot her. I'm a big blotter because I feel that if there's too much water left in the hair, that dilutes out the neutralizer. And the neutralizer is what bonds the new texture, the new pattern in the hair. So then I towel blot her. When I felt that she was good, I went ahead and I neutralized her. And the neutralizer stays on for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes was up, I rinsed her 3 minutes with the rods on, and then I gently took the rods out, took the braids out, and I rinsed her for another 3 minutes. Just a personal preference. I like to get out all the chemicals that I possibly can on my mannequins and on my live guests. I just feel the more I rinse it out, the better that process is gonna be. Once I was done rinsing her, I brought her back to the chair and I wide tooth combed her out, and I used 2 of the Redken Curvaceous treatment stylers on her hair. This time I had chose to use the Redken Curvaceous Curl Refiner. So this is a curl defining cream with curl memory complex. It's infused sugar crystals, moringa oil, and UV filter. So it gives you nourishment, definition, and control. and can be used by itself. So it's like a leave-in conditioner with all the benefits that you're looking for on there. But for me, when I'm using on my curly guests, whether they be naturally curly or chemically altered curly, this is like my primer for my guests. So if you're anybody who's ever used primer under a foundation, we know that it amps it up. It makes it work better. So that is the first process that I use. That is the first product that I use. And then I follow up with the Redken Full Swirl. Look how pretty that is. So this is Redken Full Swirl, and this is a cream and serum mix. It seals in the moisture. It gives definition while locking out humidity. So for frizz control and shiny perfection. And this is going to be our Redken Curvaceous Full Swirl. If your guest is wanting to go in with a hot tool afterwards to change the pattern that she has, remember I said in the very beginning, you can definitely change it up. It can be a wash and wear kind of look like I showed you on the initial Erica, or they can come back in and style it. So some people love using the Samvia sleeker. So I'm going to give myself a flat wave and changing that pattern and changing the texture of the hair. Or I can use my Samvia 2-in-1. So this is a Marcel iron that when you hit the clip, you're left with just the rod and you can just wrap that right around there. So this is awesome to play with as well. So this will change the texture of their hair. But what the benefit of having a permanent wave is that they're gonna notice that they're gonna have a longer lasting new pattern by using the hot tool because they have that permanent wave in their hair. So I really want to thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I'm going to leave you with my email and the 800 number so that you can purchase any of the products that I talked about today. Definitely reach out to me. Let me know what I can do for you to help you so that you can bring this service and bring more revenue into your salon. And I look forward to hearing. Remember to give me a thumbs up if you love this YouTube video. Please check out East Coast Education on YouTube. We keep updating it with a lot of really great information. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.